Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Andre Harris and today I'm bringing you something truly exciting, a first impressions review of a game that's been generating a ton of buzz. Delta Force. This tactical shooter has a legacy, but now it's back and aiming to shake up the FPS world in a big way. Let me tell you, I've been gaming for years and I've seen trends come and go. From battle royale madness to the oversaturated arena warfare we see today, it's been a mixed bag. For a while, I even walked away from FPS games altogether because everything started to feel the same. But you know what? Delta Force has reignited my excitement, and I'm here to share why. Before we dive in, make sure to follow me on Twitch as Andre the Alpha. That's where I'll be streaming live gameplay, breaking down tactics, and connecting with all of you. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. We're building something great over there. For those of you who might be new to the series, Delta Force first debuted back in 1998, and it was groundbreaking for its time. Unlike many of the flashy, fast-paced shooters of that era, Delta Force prioritized realism and strategic gameplay. It wasn't about running and gunning your way to victory. It was about thinking tactically, working as a team, and approaching objectives with caution. Players had to plan their moves carefully and execute with precision. This level of strategic depth set it apart and made it a trailblazer in the tactical FPS genre. The influence of Delta Force can still be seen today in games like Rainbow Six and Ghost Recon. It paved the way for a more thoughtful, methodical approach to first-person shooters. But as gaming evolved, Delta Force fell by the wayside. The franchise went dormant, leaving a void in the tactical FPS space that no other game fully filled. Fast forward to today, and the FPS genre has become formulaic. That's why the return of Delta Force is so exciting. It's not just a trip down memory lane, it's an opportunity to bring fresh ideas and new energy to a genre that desperately needs it. I had the chance to play Delta Force during its technical testing phase, and I'll be honest, it blew me away. From the moment I jumped into my first match, I could tell this wasn't just another FPS. Right off the bat, I noticed how polished the game felt. The graphics were stunning, the performance was smooth, and the gameplay mechanics felt intuitive yet challenging. Running it on my Ryzen 7 5800X with an NVIDIA RTX 3080, I consistently hit 165 FPS at 1440p with zero performance issues, even during the most chaotic firefights. The game features 3 distinct modes: 32 versus 32 large-scale warfare, a PvPvE extraction mode, and the highly anticipated Black Hawk Down campaign. Each mode offers something unique, but the large-scale battles immediately took me back to the golden days of Battlefield. The sheer number of players on screen, the detailed maps, and the dynamic combat were all incredibly immersive. The first thing that stood out to me was the level of detail in the maps. These aren't just generic battlegrounds, they feel alive and thoughtfully designed. Each map has its own unique layout with a mix of open fields, dense urban areas, and tight corridors that keep you on your toes. Whether you're sniping from a rooftop or storming a building with your squad, there's always a sense of tension and excitement. One aspect of Delta Force that intrigued me was its incorporation of hero shooter elements. Now, I'll admit, I've never been a big fan of hero shooters. I tend to prefer games where the focus is on strategy and skill rather than character abilities. But Delta Force managed to strike a balance that works. Yeah, each character comes with unique abilities and equipment, but no one feels overpowered. These abilities are designed to complement the core gameplay rather than overshadow it. For example, there's a scout character named Luna who can reveal enemy locations with a special arrow. It's a simple yet powerful ability that adds a layer of strategy without feeling gimmicky. Then there are characters with bionic implants that enhance movement speed or allow for quick evasive maneuvers. These abilities add variety to the gameplay and encourage teamwork, as different characters can fill specific roles within a squad. And the weapon selection is another highlight. From assault rifles and shotguns to snipers and SMGs, the variety is impressive. But what really sets Delta Force apart is its Gunsmith system. This isn't just about slapping a few attachments onto your weapon, it's a deep customization system that lets you tweak everything from the stock to the barrel length. You can build a weapon that perfectly suits your playstyle, whether you prefer close quarters combat or long range sniping. Let's talk about the extraction mode, which is where Delta Force truly shines. This PvPvE mode strikes a perfect balance between hardcore survival and accessible gameplay. Whether you're new to extraction shooters or a seasoned veteran, there's something here for everyone. My team and I spent most of our time focusing on PvE objectives like hacking into safes, taking down high value targets, and exploring hidden pathways. The missions are well designed and offer a satisfying mix of challenge and reward. What sets this mode apart is the emphasis on teamwork. You can coordinate with your squad to assign roles like a medic to keep everyone alive, a scout to survey enemy positions, and an engineer to unlock secret areas. It's a level of strategy that's often missing in modern shooters, and it makes every match feel fresh and engaging. But the real magic of extraction mode is the tension it creates. Every decision matters. Do you go for the high value loot and risk running into other players, or do you play it safe and stick to PvE objectives? The stakes are high, and that's what makes it so competitive. compelling. Before we dive deeper, if you're enjoying this breakdown, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps more than you know, and it ensures you won't miss any future content. Let's keep this community growing. What really impresses me about Delta Force is the developers' commitment to the community. They're active on Discord and Reddit, taking feedback and implementing changes based on player suggestions. This level of engagement is rare, and it's a big reason why the game feels so polished even in its beta phase. They're listening to what players want and working tirelessly to deliver. One issue that's already being addressed is smoke grenade spam. During large-scale matches, the overuse of smoke made visibility a nightmare, but the developers have acknowledged this and are actively working on a fix. It's reassuring to see such responsiveness. No game is perfect, and Delta Force is no exception. While the core gameplay is solid, there are areas that need refinement. For example, some character abilities could use better balancing and the UI could be more intuitive, but these are minor issues that can easily be addressed before the full release. Another point worth mentioning is the game's monetization. The developers have promised no pay-to-win mechanics, focusing solely on cosmetic items. This is a huge relief as it ensures a level playing field for all players. Plus, the inclusion of starter gear after losing your loadout in extraction mode keeps the gameplay accessible without removing the element of risk. The future of Delta Force looks bright, especially with the planned addition of the Black Hawk Down campaign. This single-player mode will revisit the events of the iconic film, offering a narrative-driven experience that complements the game's multiplayer modes. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Delta Force is shaping up to be a standout in the FPS genre. It's a game that respects its roots while embracing modern innovations, offering a refreshing take on tactical shooters. Whether you're a veteran player or new to the genre, there's something here for everyone. If you're as excited about this game as I am, make sure to follow me on Twitch as Andre the Alpha. That's where you'll catch live gameplay, in-depth discussions, and more. And don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube for all the latest updates and reviews. Stay tuned, stay focused, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.